Bitcoin looked like it was going to go up and it was going to break through resistance, and then it went down. People got super bullish at resistance once again, which we knew would happen because humans are going to human, but we finally have a common enemy. And today we can blame Mark Zuckerberg for price going down because of Facebook's epic miss on earnings and huge decline. We're going to talk about Facebook. We're going to talk about Bitcoin. I'm going to tell you some good news from the IRS. We're going to talk about NFTs. We're going to look at some charts. We got a lot to do. Let's go.
Let's go.
What is up, everybody? I'm Scott Melker, also known as the Wolf of all streets. Before we get started, please subscribe to the channel and say that's dope while hitting the like button. That's dope. That's dope. Like this.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
Do that. But you say it. Oh no.
Oh no.
We zuck again. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Holy moly. Facebook getting their absolute pain train leaving the station. Biggest loss overnight in history of the stock market by market capitalization. Their loss overnight at a 20% dip was more than like 450 companies in the S&P 500 are even worth. Like they erased more market cap than the value of most of the companies in the S&P 500. Oh, man, that hurts. Oh, man, that hurts. How are you guys doing today? We're going to talk about that in a minute. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But I just want to see how you guys are doing. We got a howdy, Scott. Black Diamond off the grid. Let's go, Pack. That's dope. What's up, Dougie?
That's dope.
What's up, Dougie? Golf was trash yesterday. I was a horrid, terrible golfer. Awful. Awful. Why does Facebook have to destroy our lives? Someone says. Yeah. When you say Scott is later, he becomes even later. 20 seconds every time. Yeah, just add to it. Yeah, just add to it a little bit. Little bit. Yeah, I was trash golfer yesterday. It was amazing Tuesday, trash golfer yesterday. Can't wait to see what the next time my golf game I get out on the course looks like. All right, so first, guys, we're going to start. We're going to start right now. We're going to do it with some good news from the IRS. What did he say? Good news from the IRS? That's impossible. It never happens. Good news from the IRS. Although we don't have much clarity on what it actually means, to be quite frank. Once again, who the hell is quite frank? And why does he get so much credit? People talk about him all the time. IRS offers Tezos staker refund on rewards tax and break from current policy. The IRS currently taxes cryptocurrencies generated through staking as income. So these two mega chads, right? Couple, they basically said, we've had enough of this. We want a refund because you charged us taxes on staking income that remained stake on gains that were never realized. And they actually won. They actually won, which is setting some precedent that the rewards you make staking are not taxed until you actually sell them. Now, the question is, there's so many questions. My first question was, well, what if I'm staking, which it's not really staking, right? USDC on, Voyager or Celsius or one of those, and I'm getting paid in USDC. Is that considered staking income? Probably not. The answer that I've come to realize. I don't know for sure, but that's probably income. And then if you sell whatever that crypto is, USDC obviously is USDC. It's not going to go up or down. But if it was Bitcoin or something, when you sell it, then you have to also pay on the capital gains, or you can write off a loss if it's lower, right? But if you are staking a coin on a proof of stake network, if you are a POS, so to speak, if you are a POS, I'm not saying that any of you are POSs. I'm just saying if you're staking on a POS, then kind of like a stock that's reinvesting the dividend, you don't pay until you're going to realize it unless you realize that, right? So some pretty good news here that people might get a bit of a reasonable tax break or even a refund from taxes that they paid before on these things. My wife uses Voyager as our savings account. That's smart because you get a whole lot of money when you do that. Tom, you're the only person here that I might actually call a POS, but I know that you can take it. You're a proof of staker. Everybody loves a proof of stake, honestly. Like, I think the most popular things that I post on the internet are pictures of me making stakes, proof of my stakes. And so that's good. But so listen, we're going to see how this plays out. If we're going to get refunds, if it applies to interest earned on other platforms, probably not. But if you're staking on one of these protocols, you likely don't have to pay the taxes if you don't sell and you're continuing to reinvest. And that is dope.
That's dope.
Stubble comes back, man. It's a thing. It just never stops going away. Never stops going away. Stubble is back. So my hair, I'm going to see how long I can go. For now, I'm trying to wait until all the way till next Friday to get a haircut was the next available. So it'll be like 5 weeks with no haircut or something like that. So there you go, guys. They're not going to tax your steaks. Good news for beef lovers. Moving on to the story of the day. Oh my God. Bring out the GIMP. Zuckerberg just taking it from all sides. Zuckerberg. Facebook owner Meta set for $195 billion wipeout, biggest in market history. It happened. Shares slumped 22% pre-market. 22%. That's like what happens to a low cap altcoin when there's an exploit. 22%. Facebook. And a huge reason, of course, they missed earnings massively, which is the biggest reason. But a huge reason is that for the first time, they reported about their VR augmented reality business, which lost a cool, I believe, $10.2 billion with a B dollars last year. I love my Oculus. I'm going to be quite real, but I don't want to hang out with Mark Zuckerberg in a minute. And I certainly don't want to hang out with all the shitheads on my Facebook page who are screaming at me about getting microchips stuck into my brain. Right? I'd like to keep my virtual reality outside of the Zuckerverse, outside of Facebook. And as I said on Twitter earlier, listen, I'm not much for the correlation between stocks and Bitcoin. It happens occasionally. Yeah, I get it. But I am super down anytime to blame Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook for all of our problems. If I lose money, Zuck did it. That Zucker fucker. He screwed us, man. He screwed us. But here you go, guys. This is really crazy. This is the big stock, big misery right here. You guys can't see my screen, can you? Oh, my God, man. I don't know what's happening. But here you go. Meta Platforms, biggest decline in market value in history after Apple on September 3rd, 2020. Let's see if we can get these cuts run deep. A headline grabber, not in a good way. Here you go. The sheer size of Facebook's collapse illustrates just how tech companies have ballooned in size to become behemoths with unprecedented market power and the drama that can ensue when they stumble. Here you go. Another way of illustrating the decline, a 20% decline in Meta is more than the market value of 452 of the S&P's 500 members. Facebook can casually lose 20% and be like, I just wiped out 90% of the companies in the S&P 500's value. Absolutely insanity. Yeah, we're shit out of Zuckerberg. You guys are funny. We got cucked by Zuck. We did. So yeah, it's pretty, whatever, man. Whatever. Zuck is, it's going bad. And perhaps the Doug Bonaparte, the guy I just love on Twitter, so funny. Breaking, Meta downgraded back to Facebook. That has to probably be the tweet of the year. It's so funny to me. So good. Such a good tweet. So let's take a look at the chart. I mean, it can't be that bad, right? I mean, it's totally, oh my God, look at it. Oh my God. Look at that on the weekly. 328 down to 237. Absolute picture perfect rejection from the 50 MA here on the weekly. That's compelling. Twice. Taking it twice. Although, man, this might be a buy right here. If this holds that's the line. If this holds 244 or even dips down to the 200 MA here, 232, the bots are going to kick in hard. Bots are going to keep getting hard. But yeah. Facebook is the world's biggest coin of shit. Speaking of things that are trading like shit, Bitcoin turns lower from bearish trendline support at 35.5K. Apparently, CoinDesk uses linear charts because I tried to replicate this, and no. Does not look like this at all. But this is what they're showing. This line right here. I don't use linear charts, man. I use logarithmic charts. I don't care about the absolute change. I care about the change in percentage. People ask, why use a log chart? Because if price goes up $1,000 from 1,000 to 2,000, you've doubled price, right? But if it goes up $1,000 from 60,000 to 61,000, that should not be reflected visually the same on a chart. It's a much smaller percentage. Hey, lady. Oh, yes, this lady's night. And the feeling's right. Oh, yes, this lady's night. Oh, what a night. Yeah, bro. Ladies' night up in here. Y'all having your own ass party over in the comments. I just happened to see that. Yeah. But yeah, so this is all the things that they want to say that are terrible about Bitcoin right now. 4.6% drop. Staring at support at 35.5. Reversal lower from the bearish trend line in the wake of below 50 or bearish readings on the daily and the 4-hour chart relative strength index. Yeah, they're saying it's all bad. We'll take a look at that chart in a minute. But here you go. Long-term buyers unfazed by Bitcoin's recent drop, 33K. Holders don't care. Whales don't care. I'll save you reading the article. Supply side shock. We hear about it all the time. I don't know, man. I love the narrative. And listen, there's a lot of coins are being removed from exchanges, getting towards like historically low levels once again, meaning that people are moving to cold storage. But, then it's like you read another article the next week. It's like historically high inflows into exchange. We act like people can't like just put that shit back if they want to sell it. Right. But in general, this is considered good news, but you want to see price actually rise as this supply is leaving the exchange. Let's take a look at the Z charts. Here we go on the weekly. I mean, if only there was someone out there who was saying, don't get bullish while we're still below 39,600. I'm not saying that it's me. I'm just saying what has two thumbs and said that? This guy. Right? I've been saying that shit. Yeah, Wu-Tang Financial, there should be a Wu-Tang Financial coin because we all know that Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Wu-Tang coin ain't nothing to fuck. They should do that shit. Wu-Tang coin ain't nothing to fuck with. Wu-Tang coin ain't nothing to fuck with. But yeah, there's the descending line for me, and we ain't even close. Not even close. Not even sniffing it. Literally can't even smell it over here, and it smells bad. It's resistance, right? But look, guys, my God, I'm going to say the same thing over and over again. It's been since the first freaking week of November that we've had 2 good weeks in a row. Like, it really sucked in December when we dumped from 53K, but shit was already kind of terrible at that point. It's just that alts were doing all right. But there's no, like, yeah, this is a good candle, but kind of so is this, and kind of maybe so is that. And this was definitely bullish engulfing, and not getting excited, man. I want to see at least like string me together 2 good weeks. It's only Thursday. We got plenty of time. String me together 2 good weeks. Get me above 39.6. And then we can have that nude spontaneous orgasm party on the beach. Honestly, we can't even have that till we're over for 53K. So just fucking save it. Just save it. And here we are in the Bollinger Band. It's like somebody said, maybe that center line will be strong resistance. Listen, we got way out ahead of our skis on the drop. 2 candles trading completely below the bands. Of course, we're going to float up on decreasing volume. That's not great. And look, this is where, oh my gosh, the magnet. This is where these moves go to die. Right? Look, did it there. I'm not saying it's going to happen again. Did it there. Right? I mean, this is kind of what we're doing right now. We gotta see some up and we got to see some volume. Right? We need one of these big Chad candles. We need one of those big Chad candles pointing up. That is what we need. Rick's not shaving until we break 60. Like you're already like 3 steps from horse and carriage, no electricity, and your shit's gonna be dangling to your feet. I mean, you're gonna have like a full, like, I don't even know, man. you're going to eventually have to tie it around your head and stuff. I don't know how you're going to do that if you're expecting to do that above 60. Yeah. But anyways, it's just, I mean, it's just nothing to see here, man. Now we're losing 37.3, which was like our one piece of good news. Hey, we held 37.3. I don't know, man. So let's see if the daily can close above that. But guys, this is like, there's just nothing. I'm not saying it's like terrible. I'm just saying there's nothing to be excited for here. Volume down, floating up, not really doing anything convincing. It's almost like nobody cares. We should just talk about some other shit. Really. Yes, that was a mushroom tip candle, Ian. That's exactly what that was. It was not intended to be anything else. Wondering what you see when you look down, my friend. Wondering what you see when you look down. Anywho, let's continue. And the not greaterest great news. Solana's SOL. God, is it weird? Like when you think about it, I say it out loud. I'm like, POS, proof of stake. That means piece of shit in the real world. It always has. Like, that guy's a POS. Solana's SOL, aptly named shit out of luck. SOL's always been shit out of luck. Tumbles 10% after 326 million wormhole exploit. That sounds bad. It's like Solana went all the way up into space, found a black hole wormhole, went through it to another dimension, Earth space time folded on itself, and $326 million worth of like WETH or some shit got lost. SOL. I don't want to read it like that. I don't want to read it like that because that's what I am right now on my SOL buys that I did so recently and so publicly to get dunked on. Actually, it's still doing kind of fine on those, to be quite honest. Yeah, 10% in 24 hours from about 110. Attackers stole over 120,000 WETH by tricking a series of smart contracts on Solana to digitally sign on an illicit transaction as reported. Let's rebrand these smart contracts as dumb contracts. They're dumb. You can't call it a smart contract while you're tricking it and stealing like 326 million from it. Yeah, man. SOL's POS right now. I got nothing against Solana. I think it's great. But guys, we are early and shit gets hacked and people lose mad money. Do not go all in on any of this. Don't be the dude who's like, I got exploited for my house, my car, my keys, my dog, my wife. You will be a walking country song and nobody's going to like you because country music is bad. And being the character in a country music song is even worse, especially if it's because you got it in the wormhole. You got it in the wormhole. I want you guys to know, like, I don't know where this shit comes from, but I don't plan any of it, man. I just show up. I want you to know, I just show up. This is life. It's life with me. But I'm still here for Solana, man. I'm still here for it. Look at the chart. It's bouncing a little bit. You know what I'm talking about, man. Y'all have seen the video for Dr. Dre, Snoop, nothing but a G thing. They're in there rolling in my 6-4, bouncing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a little bounce, a little bounce. It's a little bit of that. Got a little taste. Yeah, I mean, this still looks fine. That if that's the worst we get from a $320-something million hack, I am mad, bro. I'm mad at you. It's literally called wormhole, dude. Tom, I'm not having it from you today, Tom. Nobody has patience for that. Nobody has any patience for that at all, my man. Anyways, let's move on to some other things that are happening with people and money and stuffs. GameStop taps ImmutableX for NFT marketplace, launches 100 million gaming fund. Like, honestly, at this point, with what GameStop, like, you guys have roughly gajillions of dollars from meme stock traders pumping up your stock when your company was literally like the blockbuster of gaming. It was like a hair away from being bankrupt and having like some sort of ice cream shop take over all your locations. Probably would have been actually like a spin studio. Every GameStop becomes a Peloton in-person studio so that can then go out of business and become an ice cream shop that goes out of business because of the next Omicron, Theta, Eta, Iota variant, which then becomes, I don't know, what else? What else? A really tiny version of Dick's Sporting Goods because they can't sell shit anymore. Anyways, though, GameStop, only 100 million gaming fund. Like, come on, man. Have you guys, you can literally like be a VC and leave your VC company that's the big company and be like, I'm just going to raise $1 billion on my own because fuck it. It's out there. People want to give it to me. Let's get it, you know? But here you go, 100 million gaming fund. Pretty big news, actually. The retail gaming staple is taking a carbon neutral swing at Web3 with no shortage of bankroll. I would say that you have a bit of a shortage of bankroll here. Yeah, but here they go. After tipping off its plans for the Metaverse and a Web3 job posting last October, GameStop is partnering with ImmutableX for the launch of its NFT marketplace. The company announced Thursday. They tapped Ethereum Layer 2 solution due to the network's zero gas fees for trading and minting NFTs in a carbon neutral environment. We're all fucking tree hugging our cryptos out here. I mean, I'm here for the carbon neutral thing, but I think obviously that, we're talking about things being a little bit overblown with the environmental impact, but I'm glad that they're choosing to go carbon neutral and hug the trees. But guys, so Metaverse tokens hold firm as Meta stock tumbles. Maybe they're not related, but let's be honest. When Facebook rebranded to Meta, that's when we saw the massive move in all of the big name Metaverse tokens, even though they're unrelated and have very little to do with it. But yeah, Meta's having a bad week, largely due to its bumbling Web3 initiatives. No, that's not true. Facebook is not dumping because of crypto, guys. Get over yourselves. Seriously, get over yourselves. But they're saying basically that like Mana and Sand and the big names not really dumping that hard, right? Metaverse up, Meta down. So it's fine. That's the story. We don't need to look at this guy's green. Like Zuckerberg is like, he's making me uncomfortable enough before he looked like Shrek. Like what's with the green tint, man? Like they literally like, they're like, yeah, the Grinch. Like what color should we go with for the Zuckerberg photo today on Decrypt? Grinch. We went with Grinch. Mana, ooh, if you draw it, it will come. Hadn't looked, just pulled up the chart, but this was the only thing I've shared in the newsletter this week. I said 244 entry. Dude, bruh, serious, guys, my God, right there. Okay, maybe it got to 244 too. I even did it on the live streams on Monday and on Wednesday, I think. Look at that. Retest of both descending support and horizontal support. Ah, my God, I'm good. Yeah, I miss most of the time, but I'm certainly going to take credit for being able to see the future in those few rare moments where apparently I get it right. God tier trader. Yeah, it's looking great. I drew that. I put that in the thing. I didn't change that. It's right there. And I said it. What's Sandbox doing? I drew that one too days ago, but didn't get quite all the way down there. Only got to 253 with 245. We'll see. It actually did it there, though. So I was already right. Now I can maybe be right again. That was good, man. Bro, you got to zoom in sometimes and just see how good you are. You know? If nobody's going to tell you how great you are, you got to tell yourself how great you are, guys. Nobody's going to love you if you can't love yourself. Butterflies and unicorns and all that hippie carbon neutral shit. I'm here for carbon neutral. I'm just making fun of it because it's an easy target. I was going to use the ETH, but I used the ETH roll-ups because they were carbon neutral. And Elizabeth Warren said that gas fees were the enemy of the environment. It's the gas fees. She says, such a trading god. What else am I god at? Good at anything else? I don't know. Pretty good at sports. Good at dancing with the kids. Pretty good at that. Anyways, gaming giant Ubisoft, because this isn't GameStop. There's just some more gaming stuff. Ubisoft dives further into crypto with Hedera Network. Now, listen, you guys may remember, probably not, but Ubisoft had a recent move with Tezos. For NFTs, it was really big news, and they got a lot of pushback from gamers who were like, bro, don't touch our games. We're not crypto dudes. We're gamer dudes, right? Well, now they were like, we don't really care what you guys have to say. We're going deeper down this rabbit hole. And they are actually now a node for the Hedera Foundation, and they're exploring, getting a little taste of Hedera's distributed ledger technology. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. NFT focused webcomic creator Pixel Vault raises 100 million funding. Like GameStop's going to go spread out 100 million. Like these no-name projects just like getting 100 million on their own, right? But this is cool. Comic books, NFT focused comic books. This is what they said. Pixel Vault intends to use the funding to help launch a multi-franchise, non-fungible token platform for individuals to own digital content, movies, television, comics, video games, and other media. Guys, what I want you to know at this point is that literally everybody on the planet is going to have an NFT platform. I don't even know why we're still like talking about it. I don't even know why we're still talking about it. You know, because at this point, like it's obvious. You literally like can't find a company that's not like NFTs. In the last 3 weeks, it's been like Walmart going all in on the metaverse. My God, kill me if I ever have to shop at Walmart in the metaverse. I won't even go into that COVID-ridden, disgusting hole of Confederacy now. Right. And although I was surprised, I'm not going to lie. I went to Walmart a few months ago because it's the only place I could buy Pokemon cards for my kid in town. I wanted to buy her some Pokemon cards. And I went into the liquor store because I wanted to really get the full experience. And they were selling Clase Azul up in there, which is my favorite tequila. Next to maybe Dos Artes, Clase Azul. So I was actually impressed that Walmart had gone high class in my town. Then I looked around and realized that I was in there, man. I get in there with the real people. I'm a man of the people. Yeah. So more NFT shit. Oh, guys, look, more NFT shit. Golden Globe winner John Legend to introduce NFT platform for musicians is very cool. Actually, he's working with Kevin Lin, co-founder of Twitch, Matt Chang, founder of Trubic Ventures, and what they're going to do is give new artists a way to monetize their music using NFT. It's going to be called Our Song. Will enable artists to monetize their work through digital collectibles. John Legend will serve as the Chief Impact Officer, bro. That's a dope title. I'm the Chief Impact Officer of Wolf of Wall Street's .llc.fu. He hopes that his new platform will allow emerging musicians to express their creativity. Little known fact, and there's an excuse for me to tell you. I went to the University of Pennsylvania, and I lived in a dorm my freshman year called Butcher Speakman. I was on the 3rd floor, and John Legend, a.k.a. John Stevens, lived in the room below me on the 2nd floor. And he was only 16 years old as a freshman in college, a real genius. And I joined an a cappella group called Pennsylvania 65000, and he joined an a cappella group called Counterparts. They wore tuxes and sang jazz. We were kind of like whatever. We made funny jokes and danced around like idiots and basically sang like, we like made up new words to songs and stuff. Parodies. That's the word I'm going for, parodies. So we were like a cappella competitors throughout college, John and I. And we used to laugh his freshman year because you would hear him in his room and he would be always listening to tapes. We had tapes at that time. Tapes of himself singing, and we were like, what is this dude doing? Last laugh, not mine. He's a great guy, incredible guy, and this is well within the ethos of his beliefs is to actually help people. He's a really tremendous, honestly, a very tremendous human being. John Legend chose a porn star name because he thought that the idea behind it was that there was Stevie Wonder and people didn't remember Stevie Wonder's real name, and he called himself Wonder. So John Legend was a homage to Stevie Wonder. Yeah. Yeah. We went to school with a lot of people like that. At the University of Pennsylvania. So guys, we watched the viral problem of NFTs video, so you don't have to. I didn't watch it. The article said they watched it. I wouldn't spend 2 hours watching this. There's literally almost nothing in the world I could spend 2 hours on and focus. But the maker of Line Goes Up, Dan Olson, ultimately calls the billion-dollar NFT industry a scam. Says it's a scam. It's a bunch of speculators who are driving the price up to get other people to buy it. My favorite quote that I saw here, though, now I'm trying to find it. He said that the biggest problem was toxic positivity. People in these NFT communities are just too nice. That was the argument. Can't be real. They're just being too nice to each other, trying to help each other. And whenever anyone's negative, it's deemed FUD. It's toxic positivity. Positivity. But yeah, so he thinks the gist is this video went massively viral with 4 million views, and it shits all over NFTs. That is the news right there. Yeah, John chose the name Legend because he's humble. That's right. You know, he didn't initially make it in music. People don't know the story, but he was, I believe, he was a management consultant. Like, I can't remember, but he went, you know, he went onto Wall Street after college, pursued his music as John Stevens on the side. He was with a company called Kojax Entertainment. My friend Michael Jackson, who actually runs a lot of his businesses now. And this guy, Glenn Manco. Yeah, Manco Jax. Yeah. And he played a few small shows, and then he was giving up actually on music like 2 or 3 years after college to focus on Wall Street. And then went to college. His best friend from college, this guy we call Devo Springsteen. He's a great guy also. And he's Kanye's cousin. And Kanye needed somebody to play keys in his band. This is right when the College Dropout was to come out. Kanye wasn't big yet. Hired John. College Dropout came out, was huge. He immediately signed John to Good Music and made him a solo artist. Crazy, man. The talent has to be there, but so does the timing and the luck. Yeah. Ivan, that means a lot, man. And that's cute. That's a cute picture right there. You're such a nice, fun person. Just wanted to say hi. Yeah, guys, I've done a lot. I'm older than most of you, probably. Yeah. Not all famous people, but if you went to Penn in the 90s where I went to school, there was just a lot of them. And then I did music and, you know, anyways. New Kanye doc coming out on Netflix. It's just going to be like a bunch of insane asylum patients running their faces into walls. Be like, yeah, Kanye's life. No, we're done talking about crypto, Felipe. You can leave. We're done here. So yeah, I'm about to go interview Sven Henrik, Northman Trader. That guy's so awesome on Twitter. I can't wait to talk to him. Hey, Ken, do you like fish sticks? They're called fish sticks. You spelled it wrong. And that ruins the whole thing. Ruins the whole thing when you do that. Do you like fish sticks? Do you like fish sticks in your mouth? You're a gay fish. Yeah. Anyways, guys, smash the thing button and the like face. If you got anything out of today's stream, I want to be really serious with you guys. If you got anything out of today's stream, I know we talk about a lot, we joke around, but there's some serious topics here. If you got anything out of it, I want you to go on Facebook right now and tell everyone that you blame Mark Zuckerberg for everything. That's what we need. That's what we're going to get. Have a good day. Bye.